Hello kids, we welcome you to our KIDSLAND family.
Today we are talking about story of Joseph. Let us know a brief description about Joseph from our teacher.
Yes, Joanna, we talked about story of Jacob and Esau last session. Abraham's son Isaac married Rebekah. The son born to Isaac and Rebekah is Jacob. Rachel was Jacob's wife. Joseph was the son born to Jacob and Rachel. Today we are talking about Joseph. Now let's learn about story of Joseph. Before starting today's lesson, we remind you that if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, subscribe now. Then as soon as we post a video, you can watch it. Joseph, the castaway. Of all the sons of Jacob, Joseph and Benjamin were the dearest to him, because they were the sons of his beloved Rachel, who had died on the journey from Syria into Canaan. They were also the youngest of all the 12 sons. When Joseph was about 17 years old, he sometimes went with his elder brothers to keep his father's flocks in the fields. He wore a long coat striped with bright colors, which his father had given him, because he was a kind and obedient son and could always be trusted. Once he told his father of some wicked thing his brothers had done, and they hated him for it and could not speak pleasantly to him. Joseph had many strange and beautiful thoughts when he looked across the fields to the hills and up into the starry sky at night. He also had some strange dreams that he told to his brothers. He said that he dreamed that they were binding sheaves in the field, and that his sheaf stood up, while the sheaves of his brothers bowed down to it. Again he dreamed that the sun, and the moon, and 11 stars bowed down to him. His father wondered that he should have such thoughts, and reproached him, saying, "Shall I and thy brethren indeed come and bow down ourselves to thee to the earth?" And his brothers said, "Shalt thou indeed rule over us?" And they hated him. When they were many miles from home with the flocks, their father sent Joseph to see if all was well with them. It was a long journey, and when they saw the boy coming they did not go to meet him, and speak kindly to him, but they said, "Behold, this dreamer is cometh. Let us slay him, and cast him into some pit, and we will say some evil beast hath devoured him, and we shall see what will become of his dreams." But Reuben, the eldest, said, "Let us not kill him, but cast him into this pit, hoping to take him out secretly, and send him to his father." So when Joseph came near, they robbed him of his coat of many colors, and cruelly cast him into a pit. After this they sat down to eat their bread, and looking up they saw a caravan coming. It was a company of Ishmaelites carrying costly spices down into Egypt to sell them. Then Judah said, "Why should we kill our brother? Let us sell him to these Ishmaelites." Then there passed by some Midianite merchants, and who drew Joseph out of the pit and sold him to the Ishmaelites for 20 pieces of silver, and he was carried down into Egypt. Joseph sold to the Ishmaelites. Joseph sold to the Ishmaelites Reuben. When his brothers went back to their flocks, went to the pit to try to save Joseph. But he was not there, and Reuben cried out, "The child is not, and I, whither shall I go?" The brothers who had been so cruel to Joseph brought his coat to their father, all stained with blood. They had themselves dipped it in the blood of a kid to deceive him, and he mourned long, and would not be comforted, for the beloved child that he believed had been torn in pieces by evil beasts.
So kids, today we talked about story of Joseph. We will know the rest of Joseph's life story next week. We will say goodbye for today until we bring you a Bible lesson next Thursday.
If you are not connected to our website, connect to our website today and become a member of our KIDSLAND family. Also subscribe to our YouTube channel.
This is our KIDSLAND family.